Where are you from?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm Shelly. I'm 39, but I don't look your I would say I don't look your typical 39, so I'm proud of that.
Shelly.
Yes.
You look 39. It's okay,
Shut
though.
up.
Mr. White, what would be the first meal that you would feed me?
Salad.
Stifler asked everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. You can't pick 7. Starting with you. Go ahead.
I would give myself a realistic 6.5. Okay.
Oh, wait, I wasn't muted? I'm sorry.
I'm 24. And yo. He lame as fuck.
What's up, everyone? I'm Billboard Chris. It's New Year's Eve. I'm out on the streets of Vancouver, BC, having one conversation at a time about the greatest child abuse scandal in the history of modern medicine. 2025 is going to be a fantastic year, and possibly the best day of the year is going to be September 13th. I'm going to be in London, England, joining Tommy Robinson, who should be out of prison and out of solitary confinement by then, where he's been locked up for using his voice. And we're going to have a rally for freedom of speech, because what's going on in the United Kingdom is totally out of control. September 13th, pencil it into your calendar. Join us. I'm sorry, what's your problem? Why do you want to sterilize kids, man?
Sterilize kids? I want my niece to feel like she can be alive. I don't want that.
Oh, you don't. Too bad. You don't get a choice.
I don't get a choice.
Back up. Thank you.
Like I said, kill yourself, please. I'm gonna fucking go. I'm not playing around.
I'm not playing either.
You're playing with other people's lives, though, okay?
I'm gonna keep having these conversations, and I don't care how many motherfuckers like you try to stop me with your fucking violence.
You're a tough guy.
Doesn't matter to me.
Proud of yourself, huh?
Keep it fucking going.
Proud of yourself, huh? I got a weapon too. Fuck you, huh?
That was fun.
I want everyone to just imagine what a world would look like if people like this man over here were ruling the world. They would be the types of people to claim that they love everyone. They will take over the world, and trust me, they would do some very heinous things to the people who disagree with what they believe in. Because it's not making sense to me that a group can go around saying they love and are inclusive of everyone, and then they see someone who has different opinions to themselves and they start attacking them physically. Now, I know I'm trying to rationalize with people whose brains are not rational, but some things need to be talked about, and these things are one of them.
So if you guys could change the Constitution in one way, how would you change it?
Perverse gov major.
Georgetown University.
I was literally going to say legalize abortion.
Maybe abortion laws, you know?
Rights to abortion, like transgender rights to have surgery without necessarily parental consent. Yes, you have freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean you have right to sit there and scream at someone because they choose to change their gender or they love the same sex, things like that.
So should we add trans rights to the Constitution?
Absolutely.
Definitely adding in like policies that like make healthcare more accessible for like immigrants as well as like people in low-income communities. I just think we need to get the old white fucks out of power, but that's not really a constitution issue.
And people are wondering why people are saying that you should repeal women's suffrage.
Listen to white people that say that racism isn't a problem anymore. Just like I don't listen to men who say that misogyny is no longer a problem. We as white people don't have the lived experience to declare racism is dead. White people can listen to the lived experiences of those who have been affected by racism and learn that, unfortunately, it isn't dead. Know what we don't know, but we can learn.
I don't know how you as an individual can speak for all white people as you're the white savior, which doesn't make any sense to me. But of course, listening to stupid people, they tend to say stupid things.
Mansplaining is when a woman says something, she's articulated herself well, it was understood, but then you come and you basically say what she said just with a bit more fucking bass in your voice because you're a man. Like, you're basically just repeating.
So what you're saying is
just mansplaining.
So what you're saying is
Don't touch me.
So what you're saying is if you was more
I
basic.
she didn't mansplain.
No, she didn't. You womansplained because he.
No such thing.
Oh,
come on.
It's like you people are now trying to say reverse oppression. Like, grow up, bro.
Oh my god.
So she actually gave us the best. You know what I mean? All
Come on, fight me.
What she said is, you know, if she had more bass in her voice, people would listen. So get more bass in your voice, bro. It's all of that.
The term mansplaining just came about because a bunch of feminists wants to label something negative towards men because of the fact that they actually hate men. Feminism is not about equality. It's about supremacy with women over men. That's all it really is. They always come up with stupid terms that make absolutely no sense, and I am not surprised. Before we get back into the video, make sure you guys like the video if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell that you'll see beside the subscribe button so that you're notified when one of my videos come out. Follow me on Instagram, X as they call it, TikTok at YinkaThatGuy, and let's get back into the video.
I would like to talk very quick about something that annoys me, and I'm going to call it thin-splaining. It's the idea that fat people like have no idea how to be thin, and that's why we're fat. So people, or like, that we just don't understand health and that's why we are the way that we are. So they want to add their tips, saying that it's not appropriate to talk to your loved ones about their body or their weight gain or loss. And some people are like, what if I want to talk to my partner about it because health risks run in their family? It's their family. Who told you about the health risks? Do you think they don't know? Why do you need to talk to them about it? I made a video where I said you can decline getting your weight taken at the doctor's office, and so many people jumped in to say, unless you have anesthesia, unless you're getting a prescription for a medication, unless it's this, unless it's that. And I'm like, fat people know when it's medically necessary. Stop. I made a video saying that there are no diseases exclusive to fat people, which there are absolutely not. And people want to say, it can actually be a risk factor for other diseases. Like we don't already know. People have literally been saying this shit to me since I was 7 years old. I know. I don't need your helpful input.
As I've already said in this video, feminists like to come up with stupid terms, and this is no different. Now the Michelin Man Positive group are coming up with a term called thin-splaining. Just when I thought I've heard it all, I really haven't. Of course, they come up with another term to try and make themselves seem good and to try and shame other people who are against people who are unhealthy, which I'm confused as to why that is a bad thing. If you want people to be more healthy, they're making terms to shame you away from that behavior. But hey, we live in a crazy world right now.
One time I went to dinner with this basketball team that was in the championship. One of the players took a really good liking to me, I guess. He takes me back to his hotel room and we don't even have sex. He just makes me eat his ass. And then he comes, which is great. So he has to leave in the morning. He says, you can sleep over with me. That's awesome. That's great. I sleep over with him. And then he wakes up in the morning. He's gonna leave. He's like, you can check out isn't until later. Like, you can use the hotel room, enjoy yourself, do room service, whatever you want. I go to the bathroom and I turn on the light. I look in the mirror. He gave me f***ing pink eye. Like, my eye was huge and red. It's not good. And then the next day, they won the championship.
Once upon a time, people used to keep things like this secret, and also once upon a time, people never even engaged in things like this. But here we are in 2025, where people are saying in public, and not just in public, but to possibly thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people, they're telling them these types of stories.
And I get asked a lot is, does my kid know about my relationships and being polyamorous? Yes, absolutely. I have one child. She is 7 years old, and she's actually been surrounded by non-monogamy her entire life because she was born into a throuple. Her having multiple adults who love and care for each other isn't just something she understands, it's kind of all she's ever known. But because that's her normal, we've actually had to have some unique and thoughtful conversations. Since non-monogamy is our family's norm, we've had to explain to her that most of the world sees relationships differently, In society, monogamy is the standard. Families with one mom and one dad in a romantic relationship are what she'll see the most often. She'll see that representation in books, movies, and even among her classmates and friends. When she started asking questions, we approached it in a way that was age appropriate and simple. We would say things like some families have two parents who love each other, some families have one parent, and some families like ours have more than two people who love and care for each other, and all of those are okay. She actually has friends that are from divorced homes, and she sees that very similar because those people have a mom and a dad, a stepmom and a stepdad. So they still have multiple adult caretakers that love for them in the same way that non-monogamy is, if you really think about it. We have talked heavily about how other families might look different and that everyone's way of loving and living is equally valid as long as they are doing it with consent. But it's important for her to know that while our family dynamic works for us, it's not the norm for most people she'll meet, and she can choose when she's older to be monogamous or non-monogamous. We want her to feel confident in understanding and explaining her family, but we also want her to be mindful that not everyone will immediately understand or accept it because it's not the societal norm. These conversations around polyamory and different family styles have been an ongoing process as she grows up. Her questions are constantly changing, and I try to meet her curiosity with openness and honesty while keeping the focus on the values that matter most, like love, kindness, and respect.
We are totally cooked as a society. I don't even know what's going on anymore. These people are coming up with all sorts of nonsense and miss me with the bull crap of saying that this used to happen in history and there are nations who engage in polygamy and all of this nonsense. And lastly, I'll say this. They always have a certain look, especially with the people who engage in polygamy. It's always like this.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
But because I read and know things, because I do that, if things start to slide into a state of despotism in this country, I just want to let people know that if law enforcement and the military start doing questionable things to American citizens based on certain prerequisites, don't answer your door. And if you have to answer your door, the Declaration of Independence was not written to just be hung up and framed in your house.
Because you read and know things. Wow. So profound.
I just saw Meta's update and I am truly appalled at where social media and this world is going. Like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but facts are not political. They are not Democrats. They are not Republicans. Facts are not one-sided. Facts are facts, and that's it. I thought we all learned that in 10th grade in world history when there's a whole week dedicated to figuring out what's a fact versus an opinion. And it should have raised so many red flags for you that people want to make facts political. Like, this isn't Germany in 1933. It's starting to get really, really hard to tell the difference between that time period and now in America. Please educate yourself on what facts are, what they look like, and why they are not political.
I think it's about time that some people should just put the phones down and stop recording themselves saying stupid things and posting online for everyone to see. Some people really need to know their place and understand that they're not as smart as they think they are, and some of the things that they say are very stupid. I know it's very optimistic for me to even think that such a thing could happen, knowing how stupid people are, but I just need to say this because I'm tired of seeing stupid things. And I can understand, yeah, they're making the content for me, which is good for me, but it's beginning to get very annoying seeing stupid people say the most dumbest things.
What's your red flag for a guy?
A men's activist.
Oh, you should not say that.
Do you know that men die younger than women?
I mean, if this conversation goes on any longer, I'm gonna myself. What did he say about men's rights that you didn't like?
Okay, well, like I said, again, women, women look longer than men. And again, that's a problem. And I'm like, women look longer than men because men over. Like, this is not a good.
I'm not an attorney, but it feels like you lost this case. She's so sick.
Women rely on a whole group of people. Men only rely on their lives. And it's just,
Next! Men do work more dangerous jobs. That's the real thing. More men commit. More men are in prison. Dude, you don't sit down right now? I swear to God. Oh my God. I love how you think men don't have a hard life and you make it life miserable.
Dear Trump supporters, and especially those hardcore followers and fans that might be considered MAGA, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that this American society has failed you, that American politics for the past 50 years have failed you. I'm very sorry that our government, us, we've allowed the rich to control the way things are done here, because it shouldn't be that way. As the Mexican president said today, for the good of all, the poor first. And I think we need to get back to that. But that's not going to be under Trump. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I watched this video, I see the rainbow colored hair, I see the way you look, and of course, as per usual, something stupid gets said. Am I surprised? No.
I hate that stupid bitch so bad. I hate that. I have never hated a motherfucker more in my life. Stupid. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh. Him. I hate him. Fuck him. Oh my God. Like, why the fuck?
If you hate the father of your child so much, it might be the case that you should have thought more deeply into the fact that you're procreating with this person or opening your legs to this person. But of course, you won't do that. You're just going to jump onto TikTok, make a video of you crying, which is absolutely hilarious to me that you can even do such a thing. Because the case that you recorded this video, crying in this video, looked back at the video after you recorded it and thought to yourself it was a good idea to post it. I can already see from this 40-second video, you're not a very good decision maker.
Throughout my entire playing career, I've been outed and attacked by everyone from players to coaches to fans. They try to invalidate my achievements, from Player of the Year to National MVP, claiming she only won that because she's trans. Many attribute my success not to hard work and dedication, but to the fact that I am a trans woman. These people don't know my story, and they don't care to. They don't care that I began my transition in kindergarten, never having undergone a male puberty. They don't care that my testosterone levels are 1/10 that of a cis woman due to the absence of reproductive organs, placing me at a significant competitive disadvantage. They don't care. Instead, they are fueled by their shared bigotry and ignorance. They attribute my athletic ability and 6'2" frame not to my parents, both varsity basketball players in the 95th percentile for height, but to the fact that I am a trans woman. In the past, I've dealt with these situations by keeping my head down and hoping they blow over, saying nothing, not wanting to draw attention to myself. But guess what? I'm done. Done letting ignorant transphobes like Taylor and her crew spew hate against me and my community. Done staying silent while harmful narratives make today's queer youth feel as though they don't belong in sport. Done pretending like I have anything to be ashamed of. I'm proud of my story, and I want to make something very clear. Queer, trans, and non-binary people belong in sport, and there is zero space in this league for hate, violence, and bigotry.
The reason you're getting outed is because you're a man competing against women, and I don't think women want to be competing against men because of the biological differences between men and women in general. But of course, with this propagandized society, they try to lie to you and try to get other people to go against what they believe in and tell them to lie as well, which is very interesting, all in an effort to get people to do something they don't want to do while shouting and complaining that other people are forcing them to do things they don't want to do. Make it make sense.